Evening. You usually don't see this. We're both on the screen at the same time. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Not the way we start off, right?
Yeah.
So we are here. We are going live, and let's see if the live gets picked up properly. Because, every other week it's that challenge if it's going to go through okay or not. But today is October 20th, Monday, 2025. We have Carlos, the Texas Squeegee, aka Mouth of the South. I don't know what else aka he has, but we got him as a guest. We'll let him kind of do his own intro because he's a great intro man himself. But how do you feel, Ryan? How's the weather over here in Atlanta? It's gone cold real quick, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it's chilly. I was really surprised this morning talking to Fernan how we're colder than he is in Jersey.
Right? That was definitely weird. That was
The other
definitely
week, it's
that challenge.
hold on. Fernan how we're colder than.
Uh-oh. We got echo going on, Ryan. And look, we got the comments already coming in. Wayne's say what's up. All right. So that's cool. Eric, it was 42 this morning. Bro, it was 39 this morning. It was 40 when I dropped my kid off. It got cold quick. I had the dragon breath this morning. I was trying to teach my kid how to do it. And he was trying to do it and couldn't do it. So it was just funny. But anyways, since we got our guest in the back room, we got Ryan, we got myself, we got the chats. Let's get this thing started the right way, right? Like that's what we need to do. So give me a second here. Let's go to here. 1 second. Boom, boom. And there you go. There you go. It started.
Give me this shit.
It had 3 days. We already started it. There you go. There you go. It started.
Give me this shit.
It had 3 days. We already started it. All right, so let's bring in Ryan back in here. And without further ado, let's get this thing started. What's up, Tony? Wayne, 37 in Chattanooga. I can believe that. Out in
So
Denver today for training and crazy wind.
I just switched over to my computer while you played that intro, and I did not hear anything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's I like the little skit. I think it needs to be our like normal intro every time. Need audio for the intro. I thought I had the audio with it, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks. I thought it's on the local channel, so if it's a local video, it should have audio with it. I can hear it, but I guess we'll play with it next time. Anyways, without further ado, let me introduce you our guest for today, Mr. Carlos, the Texas Squeegee, with triple glasses on.
Oh, that's to throw off the haters. They don't know which side to look at. No, I'm kidding.
Wait.
Kidding.
Let me match it up then.
Yeah, bro. You got to do the double glasses like that too. It's like when you double stack window tint, you know?
Oh, you want double 5 on, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe we can go lower too.
It's eye protection for all those crazy torches you guys are coming out with.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You know what, dude? If anybody's having a drink right now, they're tripping out, dude. They're like looking quad. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? Now that I have you on the chat, Cash, I just remembered a particular torch that you're a big fan of. I haven't posted that video still.
Look at that.
Man.
You're keeping that torch as a good souvenir. It must mean that you must be using it if you still have it since our last chat, man.
It's definitely being put to use. It's definitely, I tried shrinking with it, but I'll be posting it. I haven't posted it yet. I've been dropping some bombs for Elu so that he can make some responses in, but I've already got some pre-canned shots.
Bro, his 6-second video, that's crazy. I just saw that.
Is he here? I hope he's here in the chat because I'm gonna tell him, I'm like, bro, that was an impressive shrink on a very easy car. And the only reason why and I'm telling him that because whenever I had posted some of I had done it on a I done it on the Camaro, one of the newer ones. And you know, bro, that back window is pretty flat as shit. Dude. It's easy. Yeah. But like the reason why I wanted to do it is I just want to see how fast could you technically shrink a back window regardless of speed. So I made that one and I got a lot of hate, you know, because they're like, oh, try it on a Beetle or try it on a Tesla. And I'm like, great idea. So I did try it on the Tesla.
That window was flat as the earth, bro.
He's talking to Ilya.
Yeah, Marco the film. You know, I'm going to call Marco out on something. So Marco was the heat shrink battle winner of 2022 in Orlando, Florida for Tinter Battles at that time, right? So he won against Montana. But ever since then, Marco has taken a nice little retirement cozy job sitting behind a desk and pencil pushing paper. So I don't know if Marco still has it within him.
A lot of people are starting to question that, man. A lot of people are trying to question that.
Me too.
I happen to remember seeing a video recently of a torch versus a heat gun, though.
Oh well, we did actually. So recently, we did 3 rounds. It was Steinel versus 2 Wagners, 2 of the smaller Wagners versus one of the big Steinels. We ended up doing 3 rounds. Marco, the film trainer, Cazorla versus Tint Master Pete, and Squeegee Me Buddy didn't like that, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but anyways, yeah. The Steinel did pretty good against the 2 Wagners, but you know, then we reversed it, and man, it was pretty exciting. We were just all practicing for heat shrink battles, and I was in commentary.
So, is the heat shrink battle going to be just like that, where you split the window in half and then do it half and half? Because that's pretty fun. We did that at the last training, and that was actually pretty fun because you're right in each other's face. And you're like, on your side.
Yeah, like so we did it this past time because it was the only Tesla rental that we had at the shop. And it's like, man, let's just give it a shot, kind of go right down the middle. But no, at Tinter Battles, we're gonna have 6 of them. So they got to do the full shrink, you know. Well, part of the reason too for that as well is because it's too easy for if you watch, I think it was round number 3. Marco, so they finished and there was a finger literally right smack dab in the middle between both of the windshield. I mean, between both sides of the windshield, it was right in the middle. And Marco kept saying that was more on Pete's side. And I'm like, no, the tail of the tape, you know, we rewind the tape and it's right down the middle. So how do you call that, you know?
Well, you locked the middle down. With the way we did it was we locked it like right in the middle. So therefore there won't be any, you know, fingers left in the middle. So you
oh my god, dude.
Your side.
Marco's over here saying I call bullshit. Look at the specimen of Marco Cazorla. Dude doesn't look like he sits behind a desk. So disrespectful. Mouth of the side. First of all, Marco, I'm gonna call copyright on what you just said. I'm the only one that refers to people as specimen, and the first person I referred to as specimen was Cedro Rodriguez. So I don't know. I would say that was a copyright violation. I call it a win. What did he say? I stopped changing the rules.
Stop changing the rules.
I didn't change the rules, Marco. You were throwing a flag on the play. The play that should have never had a flag in the first place. You were sharing that finger with Pete. Yeah. No, I think Marco's. This sounds like battle talk. By the way, I hold. Okay, oh man, I don't know, dude. So lately, let me tell you something. Lately on my content, I've been like not having a filter on this mouth here. So I was about to say some stuff, but anyways, kind of like there are some interesting files there keeping certain politicians in play. Marco, I got a video where you and I were grappling that I haven't posted, and all you got to say, bro, just go ahead and keep poking the beast. And the fruits will come out. Now, Marco spent some time here at the shop, and so Marco's a really good sport. Obviously, like we have a great relationship, but Marco comes from a wrestling background, and I did a little bit of jujitsu myself, so we actually had a little bit of a tussle in my shop, and we got a video of it, and I just haven't posted it yet.
Amanda jumping in saying rule changer of the South.
No.
Dude, you got people bashing on you, Carlos. What's up with that?
Man, see what one person calls what did he call me? A rule changer. I call it adapting. Do you think he's a doctor in his, what did he say?
Carlos, Marco's really picking on you, man. Look at the comments, man.
I know he's saying dude thinks he's a doctor. So to explain what my client here is referring to, I did a video, I posted it I think yesterday, and I was pulling a liner off, and I don't know, dude, I just find a tintertainment in my video. So I called it, I said, like, we're pulling off the liner like a good old-fashioned circumcision. And I guess that Marco got hard about that.
So
I never heard anybody get hard on a circumcision, bro. Like, I mean, dude, you would think that you would crunch or you would like, feel that, but not get hard. That's just I don't know where that's coming in. Like, is that something like in the South? That's South Pacific or what? Like,
no, it's got to be West Coast.
In Texas.
It's got to be West Coast. He comes from California. So no, that's not even the worst part, dude. Did you see the video where I was like doing educational training on heat shrinking on the front windshield, and I was drawing stuff like I was telling you what a finger looks like, where to start. Marco on the other side, by the way, I don't think I've ever seen a bigger smile on his face as I was drawing it. I don't know what he was thinking until I saw the comment section, and I'm like, oh, now I see why Marco was so happy. Jesus, man.
Oh man.
On the heat shrink battle, are they shrinking the full back window on the 3?
No, we're doing all windshields.
All windshields?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so it's the same as we did last year at the Wiz Castle in 24. We're doing full front windshields, but unlike last year, like so I'll be honest about certain things. Not everything goes according to plan. Sometimes whenever you're kind of like trying to change or evolve a few things, it's hard to simulate. What it was at that time. I fixed for this, but it was hard to simulate kind of a heat shrink battle until you actually did one. And after the first couple rounds, it was not an issue, but I was like, all right, we're going to be here for a while, because I thought that people were going to be shrinking windshields on Model 3s in under like 2 to 3 minutes, and it was going more like 4 to 5 minutes. And Cash, you were there, you were handling film the entire time. So man, that battle kind of it was like a 3.5 hour competition. And I was like, okay, well, we got to shrink this one. We got to shrink this down to like
hot as hell with all those heat guns and torches. Like, oh my god, we were sweating our, I don't want to say it, but we were sweating, and those little towels really came in handy.
Yeah. Yeah, so like this year for or this coming year for the heat shrink battles is we're running more cars per round per heat, so we're moving through more competitors, but we also wanted, like, I wanted to I would say like probably the biggest challenge going into this next Tinter Battles is balancing the production side of things to like Squeegee me buddy didn't like that either, god dog, but no, I
think Marco might have tampered with your squeegee buddy right there. Maybe lubed it up or something that's not sticking there.
I don't know, bro. Now I don't even want to smell it. I don't know where it's been anymore. No, man. But anyways, like, no, going into like this next Tinter Battles, one of the challenges is trying to like coordinate schedule. So it's like, it's not only just factoring in like what a live audience is and entertaining a live audience, but it's also live production. I don't want to speak too soon, but I would say at this point, it's about with 98% certainty that we're bringing back the live stream, but a whole lot better than what we had last year. Because last year we had a lot of limitations. And this year we got plan A, plan B. So I guess heard it here first at the Film Pros podcast. we're 98% sure we're going to be doing some kind of live stream production live on the spot. So that's been the challenge, is trying to coordinate schedule with live audience, coordinate schedule with the live production.
Well, that's like one of the things that we always hear, from doing the other events and stuff like that too. People are constantly asking, live stream, because there's plenty of people who are interested that aren't going to be able to go, or aren't whatever. So I think that it's a great idea. Like I feel like you should do everything you can do to make sure it happens, because it's almost expected of you now. It's once you did it.
Yeah, see, but the challenges with live streams is always the tinternet, man. It's the tint. You never know how the internet's going to be acting, but that's what we were looking at. Again, it's like tinting your car. When you do one car and you mess up certain areas, you come back, you use a different tool, different technique, or a different approach. But we know where it went wrong last year. Even though what the hell's up with people claiming me as their son? D. Mitchell, Marco, now Elliot. God, dog. I got triple dads here. And then what did Marco say? He goes, "It's not Pride Month, so calm down." And I'm like, dude, I'm not the one that's calming down for Pride Month. You guys are the ones that are claiming to be my dads or something. So who is who? Whose hole did I come out of is what I want to know.
Oh, yeah. Marlo's putting it out there. Whose hole did he come out of?
Mark, what did he say? He said child support. Oh my god, dude, we're gonna get so many comments on this one. The question is, torches are allowed? Fernan just had a good one.
Yeah.
The question is, torches allowed even though fire marshals can shut down if the venue doesn't allow?
Fernan, for the billionth time. I'm just kidding. I said it in the previous show, I think, but look, I'm going to allow torches, but if I get told something, then we have to abide by what I'm being told. So, man, it's the limitations of working with a venue like this. And yes, moving forward, I think
ask for forgiveness, not permission. That's the theory?
I'm not. What is it? The CIA saying is I cannot confirm or deny the claim.
Yeah. Plead the fifth.
Yeah. No, but torches were always a big part of it. And Amelia Island, we technically weren't supposed to do it either, but nobody said anything. So I'm like, cool. But I'm telling everybody, and I'll say it at the event too, I'm okay with it, but it's not my rules.
You're okay until somebody tells you not to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. His plan is that he's going to allow it and work with it until somebody says you can't do it. And that I totally understand that, because that's not something in your control.
No, the intent is obviously to, let people compete. Ellie said close the doors. Yeah, definitely. The intent is obviously to I with any competitions that I host or I organize, I always want to respect every technique, every method, every approach, every background. Because to me, it's I look at it as my approach is kind of like the MMA of fighting. There's boxing, there's jiu-jitsu, there's wrestling, but then you have MMA where it's all kind of everything's sort of a fair game. And so that's what I like to do with the competitions that I host. I'd like to let people do what they do. But again, if it's coming from somewhere up above me that I can't control, hey man, we have to abide by the rules. So, if anything, let's just look at it this way: it's a wild card. If the wild card happens to be flipped and then we can't use torches midway, then that's what it is. But if we get away with it and torches all the way through, then there we go.
I think that's very simple and easy. Look, you use the torches until we're told not to use them, and if you get drawn into the point where you can't use it, too bad. Have your heat gun ready.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Adapt and overcome.
You cannot please everybody on everything. At the end of the day, you set out to do the best you can with what you're given. And I think that's the best way you can do it, is hey, here's what the goal is, the plan is. If everything works out, it's great. If it doesn't, just be ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's it. And plus, to me, being a heat shrink battle winner, to me, okay, describe what you think that person is like. And to me, it describes versatility. It describes a person that can adapt on the spot, so you someone who is worthy of winning a heat shrink battle belt, you should be able to do either or. So
you should be able to heat shrink it with a Wagner, man. Honestly speaking, you saw Eric Moore do a great job with it, with the regular Wagner, not even the fancy one. I mean, talking about the 300, man. Like he was killing it with that. So it can be done. Just don't bring out the
The flamethrower.
Big
Yeah.
That's definitely gonna shut your ass down.
Nah, dude, that's
when you did that at WFR in Athens, bro, you know how many people were on my ass about that? Like, oh my god.
No, I knew there were. So it's funny. I want to ask you about that. But so what happened on my part? I can't, dude. We were behind, right? We were coming out, and I was behind getting the flame ready. I didn't think to check around me, but the security guard was right there, and it was this guy who kind of like looked like he had a loose screw in his head already. So I was like, oh shit, man! Like I shouldn't have fired this thing up until I actually walked through the doors, because then he had his eyes on me. But it was like, man, bro, like I'm a showman, man. I have to put on a good show, otherwise I don't want to come out. Period. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just. I'm like, fuck it, we're going forward with it. So I come out balls to the wall with the flamethrower. And then once the thing is over, like I go into the Tint Wiz trailer to get changed. While I was doing that, I start getting told, I'm like, hey, I don't know where you're at, but don't come wherever you're at, stay where you're at, because they're looking for you. And I'm like, oh shit. And remember, I had glasses, and I don't know if I wore anything. I might have had like a gear change, but I had glasses on when I came out and did all that stuff. So by the time I came out of the trailer, my glasses were off. I already had a hoodie back on. So I was like, it kind of worked for me that they didn't recognize me, but I don't know what happened. Like, so what's going on? I guess, what was your story with it?
Bro, no, like, look, I had the security, I had the a venue lady, I had the manager. Like, I had 5 people on me. Like, 4 of them were ladies, 1 of them was guys. Like, whoa, it just happened. What? I'm like, I have no idea. We didn't know that was gonna happen. I'm sorry. I mean, the cool thing was we had a great relationship with those with that venue. Like, honestly speaking, that venue was freaking awesome. They didn't have any issues until you came out with the flamethrower, and they're like, everything was like, hey, that's fire code, blah blah blah. Like, you can't do that. Boom. I'm like, I'm sorry, it was not in the plans. They did it. It will not happen again. Yeah. But I've never met the manager of that facility. That manager was out like this, bro. You were still up on the roof of the trailer when the manager was at the stage with me.
Oh shit! Oh, so they knew.
Came in like in under 30 seconds, bro. It was like,
wow.
Gone in 60 was too long.
Damn.
But it was cool. Like I said, we had a great relationship thanks to Mike Watson, because Mike Watson is in Athens, so it was his help setting that facility up. But we had a couple of visits. We had a really good connection with those people. And it was just like they got upset a little bit, but it wasn't something out of the, it wasn't something that we got penalized for. It wasn't something that like they're like, hey, we're gonna shut everything down for. They were like, okay, don't do it again. And we were like, and that's where Ryan kind of goes, the ask for forgiveness, then permission. And that's really what we did. We're like, sorry, like, we'll make sure it doesn't happen again. And it was cool. Like they were cool people. Like, I gotta give Athens much love, because Civic Center literally worked with us in every aspect. The back door wasn't supposed to be open. We had that open. The security guard, the cars weren't supposed to be parked back there. We had that, and they worked with us. It was a great place to work with, especially at that event, just because it was one of those events that kind of took that event up to the next level. Yeah. And because of the venue, we were able to capitalize on that. But yeah, man, it was just funny because they like, I'm on the stage. I didn't even get to see it because I'm getting pulled here and here and here. Like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, let me find out. Let me, like, and the manager, when that lady came up, the boss lady came up. Oh my God, that's when I knew it was serious. But,
oh man,
but he came out of nowhere, and the project manager, the girl I was working with, she was like, gosh, I'm like, I don't know. Let me see. Sorry. Like, won't happen again. I guarantee you going forward, it won't happen again. And
one and done.
When I go over to you guys, and by that time you guys were already coming down, like, it was one of those things. It was just, it kind of worked out, honestly. It kind of all worked out, but that facility was really cool. I'm glad we didn't do anything like that in Chattanooga, because the people at Chattanooga, oh my God.
I mean, with the fucking the soap and the fountain.
Hey, the fire alarms, bro. Like, seriously.
Oh yeah.
Why you think we didn't get Marietta the second time around, bro? Like they didn't want us there at all. The bullshit excuse I got was like, we have your first 2 days, we have your last day, but we don't have the middle day. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like it's Wednesday. Like you have Monday and Tuesday, but you don't have Wednesday. It was
when you said something about how like you might lose to the torch, big deal, whatever, right? It gave me an idea. Can you imagine a competition where you have to start with like 10 tools, and every time the bell randomly rings, you have to get rid of whatever tools in your hand to finish it.
That's actually that's kind of it gives me like a Squid Game vibes. Yeah. Dude, I've always been so I was at Wiz Castle. I was curious about, because like I think Squid Games was really popular at that time, and I love taking on creative challenges. And I was thinking like, man, one of the things I love the aspect of Squid Games is that it has like a psychological twist on many things. And so I was trying to roll with ideas about like, hey, if you had to come up with like some kind of obstacle course, or sort of like a fusion of Squid Games and like Tinter stuff, what would it be? But maybe for a future show, I don't know. I saw like Byung-Yul had a question about like shrinking a back window of a Model 3. So I would say Byung-Yul, make it into the finals and you can shrink that back window.
Here's the question.
All right. Question says, is there no competition at this event to shrink the rear window of a Model 3 using a method other than the sideways shrink method? So I'm gonna say the answer to that, and technically yes, make it into the finals of the team's auto, and you can shrink however you want. I've actually, which by the way, Byung-Yul, I have never seen somebody shrink that back window other than the sideways shrink. So if you have a different style or method in mind, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, that would definitely be interesting to see how the teams do on that on the Model 3. Now, my question for you, and this is something me and Ryan were talking about. On Model 3, are you guys going to leave the film on once you put it on the back window, or are you guys going to actually remove it? Because Teslas with those defrost lines, even with the new ones, so your chances of messing that up is high.
Yeah, I haven't had too much of I know like the older ones, the ones that have the square lines.
Like, those are definitely bad. Up to 21, I think it is.
Bro,
after 21, they've gone better. Yeah. But dude, we just did a 23, and the defrost lines, there was a hair in it, and to pull that hair down, like we lost like 5 defrost lines.
Damn.
Yeah, so, and it wasn't even fully squeegee.
Like, okay, do you have a deal with Tesla where you're gonna tint them and leave them on, just like they are, or you're actually removing them? Because the defrost lines, and I'm pretty sure the rental company would not know what the hell happened with the defrost line, even if they come off, because only tinters would know that shit. Nobody else knows. Like, customers will literally drive with bad defrost lines for 3 years, and then as soon as you tint the car and you talk about defrost lines, they're like, "Oh, my defrost lines!" Like, I have customers that tell me, "What are those?" Like, they have no idea what defrost lines are.
I mean, we'll just have to be really good at asking forgiveness, I guess. Hold on. First of all, I don't know what they're talking about. I got the car like this. The defrosters don't work, bro. I need a discount.
Where is your tint whiz before and after pictures? Okay, like that's.
Oh right, yeah, we definitely got to do those. I've gotten so used to doing that on the Tint Whiz app now, dude. By the way, like, I mean, shout out to the Tint Whiz system, but me having to adapt using Tint Whiz for like my shop, it's kind of how I approach the rest of my life when I do things now. It's like nothing, like words don't exist anymore. It's like, it's all like, did you put it in the notes, or is it a picture on in the project? You know,
you guys see the line. It's all in the app.
Yep. It's in the app. It's funny because like a couple years ago, I was talking with Eric about it, because I don't think he had like a slogan at the time. And I'm like, man, you need to have a slogan. And he goes, well, like, I can't remember the exact conversation, but it was somewhere along the lines of like, yeah, I mean, if you have one, like, let me know. I was like, well, dude, every time that I talk to my staff, every time they tell me something like, oh, we did this, we did that, I always responded with, is it in the app? I'm like, yeah, it's in the app. Okay, cool. So I kept noticing that trend of it's in the app. So I told him, I'm like, dude, why don't you just put it, like, make the slogan, it's in the app. And because it literally, I say it every single time to my staff. I'm sure other people probably say it too.
Yeah.
I like what Zach said. Why did you put the lines in the back of my window?
Dude, okay. So the funny thing, I've actually had a customer that has said this exact thing to us. Like, well, why is there lines in the back of my window? They weren't there before. I'm like,
yeah. I had 2 customers that have said that before, and
Yeah.
the one was like, I really like them. I think they're cool. Like, but like, why did you put them there? It's like, I didn't put them there.
I'm telling you, I've got customers that have zero clue what the defrost lines are. They've never used them. And I'm like, dude, how do you dry without the defrost line? They just let the damn AC run long enough, bro, like for it to do the thing.
Yeah.
But people don't know that there's defrost lines and what the purpose is. And it's funny. I'm in the tire business. There's people that don't know what TPMS stands for, tire pressure monitor system, what that stands for.
Yeah.
Why is there? And it's going to be 20 years next year for it to be a official rule on every freaking car. And people still don't know it.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't know how it works. So it's kind of funny. Like I said, on the defrost lines,
Nobody knows how the freaking turn signal works either down here. So,
huh?
I said nobody knows how the turn signal works around here either. So.
That's true. They like to go 3 lanes across.
Yeah.
Better pay attention.
Well, that was one of the principles when I started learning how to tint a long time ago. That the tinter that taught me, he told me, like, he said, people don't pay attention to their cars until somebody else has worked on them, and then they start noticing details. And obviously, like the jerky guys are the ones who are like, that wasn't there before. I was like, okay, well, let's pull it up in the app. Here you go.
I mean, it happens. We had a month ago. We had a really nice lady. We did the front 2 windows on a blue SUV, and she had some sap or something on the driver rear door, and she comes in, she loves the tint job, and Ryan's sitting down, and I'm walking her because our process is we'll have them walk around after before we check them out. Like, hey, walk around, make sure everything is to your liking. It kind of puts a smile on their face. We can easily get a 5-star review with them. We can have them laugh, and they usually will tip if they get a good laugh or they smile better. Some of the things that to kind of do as well. And she goes like, oh, this wasn't here on the back door. And Ryan goes like, Cash, you got the pictures? I was like, yeah, right here, before pictures. Look, this was here before. We didn't even touch that area. We didn't work on it, but this was there. And it was there. And she just, like you just said, it was there, but she never paid attention to it. As soon as we tint the windows, not even touch that door. Like, we didn't touch the back door. It's on the back door. It's not even on the front door. We only did the front 2 windows. And it was like, oh, this wasn't here before. No, it was. Here's a picture before. Here's a picture after. And we show them, like, here's a date stamp and everything. And we have a big screen TV. So I just put it up on the screen. Like, hey, there it is.
Damn, you're like the like a defense attorney. I was like, could you please divert your attention over to Exhibit A? Can you please zoom in and describe what you're seeing right there?
We had a customer Saturday with a older Impala that, like, the thing was smacked up every corner, had primer here, primer there, and then the somebody apparently tried to break into the front door, so the A pillar on the outside was the shape of like a bar, right above the mirror, and then the glass was all chipped up on the outside, right in line with that. After we tint it, he's like, "What is this?" Or we're like, "It's damaged." He's like, "Oh, it's damaged." He thought the tint was damaged. We're like, "No, the tint's on the inside." He's like, "Oh, you put the tint on the inside," but like, he literally couldn't see these big chips out of his window, apparently, before we tinted it. But now all of a sudden he sees it. I'm like, look, it's right in line with this bar or wherever happened here. Oh, somebody tried to break into it. I was like, oh, okay. But it's amazing. It's a driver window, right? You literally sit there and like every time you look at the mirror, you see these chips. I mean, I would assume you would have to see them.
Dude, so I got to ask one of you two, who's got that chirp in the background? I can't be the only one that's noticed it. You?
Okay.
Is that a Georgia thing?
It is a Georgia thing. You can't be a Southern if you don't have that. Like, you have to really take in the essence of being in the South, Georgia, to have that on. And people have told me about it, and I promised everybody I'll change it, but I don't do it because I gotta be true to my roots. I gotta let it for 2 months. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it right before I go to SEMA. So like, it's gonna trip for another week and a half before it gets changed out.
Oh, nice.
The batteries. I mean, it's not even that. It's only like 2 of them. I have the batteries and everything. I'm just
tradition.
true to Georgia and not doing it until like a day before I have to leave.
Dude, so you're going to SEMA then, huh?
Yes, I am.
Nice. Are you being there like just as you, or are you there with a supplier company booth?
No, just me. Old myself. Me and Thomas will be going out there. We will also be training with the Miller brothers, taking their class as well. We'll probably be at the Auto Film Mastery for a day. We're actually going for the whole week, so we're gonna be leaving on Saturday and coming back on Saturday. So,
oh wow,
we'll be there the whole week.
Nice. That damn chirp, dude! I can't unhear it now.
I didn't hear it before you said it. Now I do.
Not everybody's gonna hear it because,
dude, I kept hearing it. I'm just like, is that me? What the hell?
See, look, Justin gets it. He understands what's up with cash and needing batteries. So that's I gotta stay true, man. I gotta let that happen. And my wife has literally got upset with me 3 times already. So I'm on my I'm already kind of striked out, but
yeah, you struck out, bro. Those are 3 strikes already. You're gonna come home
next thing I'm gonna see her is getting the step stool and trying to change it herself. And one of them is at a very bad spot because it's right on the top of the stairs. Like, it's freaking scary every time I do it too, because the damn thing is right at the last step of the stairs. And I'm like, damn. But
you haven't tinted a flat glass window on stairs, have you?
No, I let Ryan do it. I don't like height.
Yeah, he watches me.
I let him do it. Like, I do the bottom ones. I'm the guy on the bottom. I'll do it. I'll rather put up a scaffolding and do it than dude. I haven't used the 2-step. Okay, I've used the 2-step, but that's about it. You know, like the third one kind of makes me is my limit on that. Yeah. Ryan will put up a damn 16-foot A ladder and be up there like for a freaking 3 hours and make it look like it's he was born to do it. I'm always looking for his tail because I'm like, how the hell is he balancing himself? Because he's got that damn paper towel in his legs. He doesn't even use your technique to rope it around behind his back, man. Like, I like what you and Pete do with that, man. Like, I've seen other people do it as well, but he just likes to put it right in his legs, and then occasionally he'll drop his blade or he'll drop his paper towel. I'll beat him a couple steps out to hand it back to him, but man, I'm always looking for his tail because he's got it balanced down so well. My biggest thing is, how the hell does that not hurt your feet? Because it fucking hurts my feet even standing on a step stool, and he's on the A-frame for like 3-4 hours without a problem. I guess it takes a special skills for that alone.
It's got them iron calves, man. It definitely sucks because every time, like, because dude, I do, when it comes to doing like kind of crazy height stuff, like that's me. I'm a lot of times doing them here for our projects. So, God, I've been in some shady situations, but hey, man, your job's got to get done somehow. And yeah, your legs end up being wobbly because you're just holding yourself up there, and like I don't know how you feel about it, Ryan, but like when I'm up there, dude, I'm so meticulous about keeping grip on things. So like, I kind of grip if my feet are between the ladders, I'm gripping my feet this way too to grip the ladder even more. So
your legs, yeah.
I mean, he's kind of like, he kind of goes like this and has his like legs kind of in a little bit. I kind of feel, but I'm just amazed, and he's got the wide span. Like, Avery has the extra wide span. Ryan, I think, has probably one of the second or third span in our industry, because Ryan is, he's 6. What, Ryan? You're 6'2", 6'3",
6'3", yeah, a little over 6'3". Yep.
Yeah, so 6'3". This dude kind of just reaches out, and I'm like looking like, oh, we need a scaffolding. No, A-frame will do it. I can reach over. I was actually just at a flat glass consultation today, and they've got 2 that probably he's gonna do it with the A-frame, and I'm like, me might need a scaffolding, but my guy most likely will just want to do it with the A-frame because it's not that wide. And for Ryan, as long as he can kind of center it out and easily reach both ways, he'll rather do it with the A-frame than he'll do it with the scaffolding.
That's a good way to do it, man, too, because like whenever I get up on those ladders, like the first thing I secure position. So it's kind of the same thing you described. You like, if you find the midpoint of that glass, and before you lay film, you go up there, reach to your left, reach to your right. If I can touch those corners, I can lay this film. And then obviously when you can't, you're like, oh shit, I gotta think of plan B. But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Like I didn't know like that was something. It's kind of like a no duh. Like it's like a things that everybody should do. But that's cool that you do that too, because every time, like whenever I'm like Pete and I go on some of these things, I tell Pete, I'm like, before you grab a film and start going up there, you gotta like secure your reach so you know what you can get away with. Even on scaffolds too. Like when I first get on scaffolds, the first maybe couple minutes is always wobbly, so you feel like unstable. But I kind of do the same thing on scaffolds that I do whenever I go on a stage. I go through the perimeter and then I stress test it. I like just get comfortable with the wobbly and just like, okay, how much can I wobble it before it actually will spill? And obviously you can wobble a lot, especially if you got outriggers, so you can wobble a lot and you're fine. But it's just like, when you know that you can push it pretty far and it's not going to tilt over, like it's more of a mental sort of relaxation of, okay, I'll be fine. It's just wobbly.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's really comfortable with it. I'm not. I like the outriggers, but I also had bought extra, the lateral arms to, if you just put, each scaffolding has one, right? That already comes with it. And you got the board. I bought 2 extra ones and I just put a second one, like maybe 2.5 feet down. It kind of does help with the wobbling. Ryan kind of now realized it. In the beginning, Ryan was like, we don't need it. I went ahead and bought it anyways. And now we use it every time, because it does help out with the wobble a little bit more. Because I'm always scared, like when he's up there, even though I'm not up there, he's up there. I'm always scared because I don't want to have any kind of accidents. I don't want to have anybody getting any injury. But it's definitely helps having the right tools. In fact, we originally bought a scaffolding that had the round, steps, and then we found some that actually had the steps with the holes in it, so that way it's a slip proof. We got that, and then now we got the trap doors, so he's not having to go through from the side and loop over. He's just going right through underneath it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Little things, man, make a big difference. And Ryan, again, in the beginning was like, hey, it's okay. But now he loves it because he's like, oh, you got the trap door on the wrong side, Cash. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I always hated that, like getting up to the top, especially if you're at a 3 stack, and then you got to swing your body weight around, to like climb on, and then it really would like sway, So going through trap door now, that makes it so much nicer.
Dude, so speaking of flat glass, I don't think I've ever seen you compete in. You've competed in flat? You had to have.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I did it the last one.
WFCT.
No. I did WFR, but I also did the Tinter Battle. I did like the Squeegee competition, and then I did the I did the when we tinted with the Johnson's film, actually.
Yep. That was Wiz Castle. Yep. Yeah.
My window, it was one of the windows that had shifted over, so there was a gap on the side, and I stopped it. I was asking Will, I'm like, what do I do with this gap? He's like, there is no gap. I'm like, there's a huge gap. The glass is a gap here, and everybody's like, you got to tint it. So I just tinted it quick, but I think somebody else had that issue with that same window too later on.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's like, so I got pretty much all new glass stands. I'm just waiting for the bottom frames to be made, but I think that the ones that we have, we shouldn't have that issue. There's one that I think we do, but that's I hate that. Like I hate that whenever equipment, like on the competition side of things, like whenever it's technically kind of not a fair. It's like you want to you want to give everybody an even playing ground and keep the competition pure to the skill set of what they're doing, and not having one person deal with a challenge that nobody else is dealing with.
Yeah, that's what and unfortunately Will isn't really a tinter either, so he was the one that's standing there, as a judge, and I'm like, how big of a gap can I leave? He's like, oh, you can't have gaps. I'm like, I'm gonna have to have a gap here, because the rubber doesn't even hit the glass. What do you think I should do? And it's hard to cut, because that pepper glass is rough,
Yeah, and even if you it's because even if you cut it, it doesn't even flatten perfectly fine, so it looks like you didn't squeeze it right. So I know, man.
But, it is what it is.
Just blame it on Will.
Will's fault. No,
It's
but I
real
mean,
smart. Dog, man.
honestly, that's
You should
something
have
that
been
you have to
like,
deal with.
hey man, you're sponsoring me as well too. Like, come on, there should be some leeway here, right? Like, and speaking of that, you got new judges posted up recently, right?
Yeah, the automotive ones we
So
released them.
that's your automotive judges. Is that all you? Those are going to be the 3 judges.
For auto and heat shrink battles, yes. Flat glass, we haven't released those names yet, but there's 3 people that we've reached out to. So confirmation, I'm sure will be coming out sometime soon. There's like what's that?
I still love it. I mean, I love that you're having 3 judges, kind of balance out anything that's like between 2 judges. Because I think you kind of had that like at Orlando when you just had Dean and you just had I think
that is so this is a if Fernan is watching, this guy always I feel that he gets super upset whenever I talk about heat shrink battles. But
no, Fernan is a stickler for rules.
Yeah.
So Fernan is gonna be that guy.
Yeah, but see, like this is
he's
the thing
gonna go back and forth on all the rules and every single line, and he's gonna question you on every single thing.
Right, but see, like there are certain things that like you can't. There's certain things you can't judge. Like judging is nothing. It's not just black and white for certain things. So I'll give you an example with like the heat shrink battles. Ultimately, like what gets accepted or what doesn't get accepted is it answers the magic question: is will it lay? So there are some. That question is kind of, you can base it on fact. Like, okay, there's obviously like if you have a ton of tension, that it's fact that it's not going to lay. But then you get to a certain point where it's kind of a gray area where some people will say like, no, that'll lay. And you will have others that say not so much, So it's kind of like, it's like asking the question in a fight. When should the ref stop the fight? And some people say, oh, they should stop the fight whenever, this reason or that reason. Hey, sometimes in fights, there's bad stoppages and it happens. You try to do everything you can on the rule side of things. But with the heat shrink battles this coming year, and the competitors have to flatten their film, whether it's with their hand or their hard card. Now, if you really, really want to be a stickler and you have a tiny little peanut left behind, every experienced tinter will say, that's going to lay, man. That's just a tiny lift on the film. But if I was being a super stickler on the rules, I'm like, no, it's supposed to be flat. Well, how do you define flat at that point? Is it completely like not a square inch off the glass, or is it flat enough that it's going to lay?
Give you a suggestion right there, because in your ruling right there, you still gonna have some complaints if you leave it to with a glove or a card. Honestly, in my opinion, you should have everybody card it at the end to like just like, hey, because with the glove you can lay it down pretty good, but you can't lay it down as flat as with the hard card, right? So like it should be like, hey, you have to lay it down with the same ending result. Like at the end of the day, to judge it equally. And my opinion only, man, dude. Like, I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything like that.
No, you're good, man. I love the feedback.
We got you by the hook, but
no, dude, I'm
trying to make fairness of the game, right?
Yeah,
I think you're gonna have that because the it'll lay. That got formed at Amelia Island. You know that, right? Like that really happened at Amelia Island.
I thought it was the virtual shrink battle.
Was it at the virtual shrink battle? Because I thought it really got more famous at Amelia Island. We had a whole crowd doing it at that time.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually like that's a interesting interesting rule. Yeah, I mean, like the intent is always to put on something that kind of hits on multiple fronts, like one that honors the true competition of who puts out the best shrink, who's the fastest shrinker, who has the best technique, and then obviously something that that people like set in the rules in the way that's the most fairest that you can possibly get it to. And so that's why, like, this one of the reasons this year I wanted to bring in 3 judges is because it's like, yeah, so if there's ever a discrepancy, then talk it amongst yourselves and come to a decision so that there's no tie.
Yeah, I love that oddball judging is how it should really be, because you should always have a tiebreaker, and having three people look at it, to me, I think it's just it's good fairness.
Yeah.
because you can majority rules, right? Like if two says it goes, then that's it. You don't have to have all three agree as long as two are in agreement to what that is. Ultimately, it should be anonymous. Everybody should have that. But again, you're always looking at how you can do the fairest event, right? Because for Tinter Battles, it is a lot about the entertainment, but you also want to always respect the competition aspect of it and the fairness of it, right? So the problem it comes down to where I was just pointing out with the glove and the hard car is knowing personally that I know I can get away with a little bit more with a glove than I can with the hard car, right? Hard car is really just going to lay it down like it's going to lay it down on the inside, where you can leave a very little unnoticeable, stretch in a glove. So if you leave that option out there and holding some events and going to a lot of events, that's one of the things that I do respect WFCT for this aspect is that they have a lot of rules, right? They have a lot of rules, even though they may not have it down right the way they should, especially after 25 years. I'm sorry to say, but a lot of it is they've had something happen, just like you've had something happen. That's why you're changing some of the rules. But I think the problem comes down to is instead of trying to be like, okay, I'm trying to give you either option, it should just be like, here's the final, shrink it however you want. But at the end of it, it just needs to be carded down with a hard card. And that's it. Like if it lays down, it lays down. If it doesn't lay down, it doesn't lay down. The other thing with that also is you can also have some people crease the film when they got it shrink, but then when they go to card it, they may crease it with that, right? Where glove is not going to crease it. So you may have some people say, well, that's not fair because he didn't do it with the hard card. You don't want another Fernando because I'm speaking on behalf of Fernando on this because I can hear that. Hosting WFR's events, hosting these competitors meeting, listening to a lot of competitors, listening to a lot of judges. There's a lot we can take in the background. A lot of people don't realize. A lot of people think we just put these rules out for no reason. All the rules that we put out, doesn't matter who's hosting the event, it's because of experience and what they've heard from both sides of the judging and the competitor side. Ultimately, most of your judges are your competitors. At one point, they were competitors. They know what they've gone through, or they put in enough experience in it. I mean, dude, you got Dirty Sanchez, and I was kind of surprised to see that you got him.
Mike Sanchez. Yeah, like I
the Dirty Tools just always comes up first, man. Like I love his what is it called? The all-in-one?
All-in-one. Yep.
Yeah, all-in-one, bro. Like Ryan put me on that tool. We swear the hell by that. That is our finishing tool at the shop. Mm-hmm. But Mike Sanchez, Jeff Welch has so much knowledge. Roberta's got that training facility. She's obviously has got so much experience on it. So like I love that you've got really well-established people in the industry as the judges, because a lot of it has to do with your competitors being able to respect who the judges are and respect their point of view or their judging. So I think I got to give you kudos for that. That's a well done job right there, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, and there was a lot of consideration going into it as well, and really in large part, man, the audience of like the fan base of Tinter Battles has exploded in the last 2 months, like big time, dude. Probably picked up 70,000 followers on 60,000 on TikTok, 20 something thousand on Instagram. But like, what's crazy, dude? It's like the growing fan base, it's grown beyond just like the window film industry. So whenever I look to put certain people in places, like to me, I'm not just putting a person in place that other tinters respect. It's like I'm putting a person in place that embodies a lot of the great leadership qualities that I think this industry should be remembered by in the global stage of the world. And so someone like a Roberta Rodriguez is a huge inspiration to a lot of women out there. So it was an honor to have her back, because she's judged before, but to have her back because she really is a pioneer in our industry for like the females. I mean, and even if you strip the gender thing aside, she's still an incredible entrepreneur, business person. But the fact that she's a female doing this, there's a lot of people that find inspiration simply because of that in a male dominated industry. So for someone like her to be a part of it was great. Jeff Welch, I call him the Welch of knowledge. So he's been around for a long time. He's an OG veteran. He was a competitor at Tinter Battles in 2022. He's always been the one that supplies the battle kegs for all the shows. Having him, he had actually reached out to me a while back, and he said that if I had a role for him, that he'd really like to participate in something, whether it was training or something like that. So, when his name was brought up in discussions about like, hey, what do we think about Jeff? I was like, I love Jeff. He's a great human being. He knows his stuff. So great. And then Mike Sanchez has been around a long time too. So he's got a lot of experience. I've known about him for years now. Never really had a conversation with him until I saw him at WSCT this past time at Reno. Had a great conversation with him. And just, like when you talk to a person and you start talking like window tinting, you can tell when someone knows their stuff by the way that they describe things or like alternative methods to how they do things. He was the only one that he perplexed me. He surprised me at the event because I don't, I like to think sometimes that
on the windows.
Yeah, that like I see it, I've seen it all, but he was one of those guys where I didn't see it all because he had those white vinyls on their windows, and I couldn't on commentary with me and David. I asked him why does he have that, and he goes, I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask him that in an interview. And when we did, he did it so that he can cut on the glass there, but because they don't have pure board, so it's like, well, you don't want to scratch the glass. So he was the only one that really kind of thought about that.
Well, I mean, the 2 points that he pointed out was that one, he can see better, and then two, he didn't want to cut on the glass, which I thought was a genius move to put that on there for him to see better and to see faster, because time matters. Like time counts, and if you can help yourself do it a little bit faster. And everybody was looking at it because I was looking at it when he was tinting. Everybody's like, "What the hell?" And then he just ripped it off, and we're like, "What the hell's going on?" Like, and when you guys asked that question, it was like, boom. It all made sense. Like, as soon as he answered it. But
yeah, man, that was I love watching. I like watching people compete, man. Like, it's definitely, like, not to be punny, but it's definitely entertaining for me. Let's see how many competitors are coming from other countries other than the U.S. It's an interesting question. I actually don't know quite yet. But actually, yeah, you know what? That's a good one. I don't think I'll know for every competitor because one person had to register and then you signed up the second person, and with that second person you didn't need their address and email or nothing. You just needed a name. So I don't know. Bjorn Yolva, you're definitely the international competitor, I think, of the show. And dude, by the way, man, like what a starting lineup. I wanted to update something on this as far as the team's auto division goes, because we're going to be releasing more tickets, but I didn't want to do it. I haven't done it yet for a very specific reason. We had our schedule lined up with the preliminary rounds and the heats that we wanted to do before the final, so everything was already sort of set up. And then 72 hours later, all the teams' auto got fully booked, and I just started getting raining messages about how to compete. And I was like, what's different with Tinter Battles is because everything, it's an actual production. You have to for example, a round for us is more like a show. So it's a showing. It's so for us to add something to it, I can't just stick it off to the side and sort of kind of be like an afterthought where they get no of the action, no love, no sound, no noise. So we had to look at the schedule and figure out, okay, we need to adapt here. So we're running a couple of trial runs this weekend. I'm having a regionals training and sort of a soft launch for Tinter Battles in my shop. So we're going to be testing a few concepts, and once I can confirm that, hey, this format is going to work moving forward, then all hell breaks loose. Then we're going to open up more teams. So that's
I was going to ask. That was one of my questions. Is do you have the layout down of what Tinter Battle is going to look like?
Yeah.
What the 2 days is going to be?
Do
you have a schedule that you can share with us? Like what day one's going to look like, what days two is going to look like. So that way people that are coming in or planning out. And it's funny, man. I've had people reach out to me and ask me about it. I'm like, dude, Carlos is it's Carlos. Whatever he's putting out on entertainment, man. That's like what usually what we get or whatever we get tagged on. We try to stay relevant as much as possible, but there's a lot of people that want to know what the plans are and how to
Yeah.
make the most out of their day. So is that something that you're going to be able to
Yeah.
share tonight, or is that something that we have to wait for?
No, I can share what we got so far. So like the both of the days, so Saturday and Sunday, the first half of the days is all training. So tint, auto tint, PPF, flat glass, the same as we've done the last 2 years. So that's still the same. Open format training. If you've got an all access pass, you can pretty much access it and train with whoever you want. And like this type of training program so it's not designed to take a beginner tinter and then like you coming out of it and now you're like a badass tinter. It's more of a kind of like a handshake, like we're having a lot of trainers there. So come and meet people, connect with them, network. The guys who have experience, who may need maybe a focus point, like say you've got a experience with tinting, but I don't know how to pull shrink, because that's how you got to do a lot of Model 3s and Model X's. So, hey, come to the event. You don't need a 3-day course for me to teach you how to pull string. I could literally teach you that in like 10 minutes. So,
Right.
It's an open format training. The first half of those days between 9 to 12 is open format training. And then between 1 p.m. to about 6 p.m. is all competitions. So for those who are purchasing an all access pass, you get access to the entire show hours. There are we had to add spectatorship passes because we were just getting a ton of questions from people, like not only a few from our industry, but a lot of them from outside the industry that just really they found the Tintertainment online and they're like, hey, I'm not from this industry, I just want to enjoy because I saw it online. So I'm like, perfect. So we have a spectatorship pass that gives you access between 1 p.m. until about 6, or at least until the show's over. So day one competitions is all preliminary rounds. So it's nothing, it's all prelims. And then day 2 is all finals. And then on day 2, once we get the winners for each division, we're crowning them there on the spot. So it's not, we're not doing it like the traditional route of competition is over, we'll come back for a dinner, we have like an evening dinner award ceremony. It's more of kind of like a sort of like maybe a combat sport, it's like you win, you get the belt right on the spot, you get crowned. So and then everybody can go enjoy their wins or their losses, or enjoy the camaraderie. Doesn't matter, there's plenty of restaurants in the area. So that's, I would say, to the extent of what we've got so far, unless you had more specific questions about the schedule.
So 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock is the opening?
9 o'clock is the opening of the actual
So
show. Doors will be open sooner for registration, but 9 o'clock is when.
Okay, so 9 to 1 is open floor for training and networking with the trainers, basically.
9 to noon. Yeah.
Oh, 9 to 1.
Yeah, okay. 9 to noon, and then between noon and 1 p.m. is a short reset. And then, so not to confuse, but a little bit of some insight. Originally, the competition times were between 2 and 6. But since we had to add more teams, we're having to kind of push it.
You're trying to adjust the timeline to kind of accommodate for everything. So 1 to 6.
Yeah, because it affects everything, man. It's not just as simple as like, oh, we'll just open up more hours. It's like, no, we got to get with production and we got to get with audio visuals, and then.
Believe me, I know how scheduling works, man. People think like, come on, man, it's just 2 more teams. Like, come on, where you got 16, can't you just put 2 more in there? And like, I'll provide the cars, and a lot of people don't understand. It's like everything is calculated: the space, the timing, the working with the whole crew. Yeah, no, you don't have to over-explain that, man. Like it's your event. You know how to best put it out there. The best thing we can do is kind of help share the information to guide the people to make the transition easy. Now, do you have 2 different passes? Because honestly speaking, I still haven't registered yet. I've got to do that. I just been really busy lately, and I'm like, okay, this weekend I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna book my hotel. I know we chatted a little bit to figure out what days and stuff. So I was like, okay, this weekend. I'm putting it down on the calendar, and Tim was saying that, hey, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna book my flight, I'm gonna buy my ticket. So is there 2 different tickets that you're talking about, all access, and is there a non-all access pass? Yeah, so it's an all access pass, and then there's a spectator pass. So the spectator was designed for people that again, they're not. So whether you're not from the industry, so you can be a spouse or a partner or something like that, or just someone who just found us online and they just want to come experience the magic of Tintertainment. So we ended up opening
that ticket item for those people.
Okay. All right. So spectator is just for spouses and outside industry people.
Well,
Full
yeah,
access is for
it's
somebody that wants to compete in there, basically. What if you're a tinter and you don't want to compete? You just want to come look at. So you should be getting a spectator pass then, right?
yeah, pretty much. So to just think of it this way, if you're just coming here to watch the competitions, then get the spectatorship pass. Like it's on the description on there. It gives you access from 1 p.m. to 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. or till it ends.
Oh, okay. So spectator is not allowed in the training aspect of it.
Right. Yeah, it's just limited
Okay.
access pass. Yep.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. What's the cost difference? Can you share that?
Yeah. So let me confirm real quick because I know the all access pass is $200 for the entire thing, and then the spectatorship. Let me give you 1 second. Spectator pass is going to run 109 for both days.
109 for a spectator, or
yeah,
200
basically
for
half price. Yeah, 209. Yeah. Was because like the the ticketing system, it has a booking fee it attaches to it, so it's like 209 versus 109. It's a difference. So basically a half rate, because you're getting access to half of the event, so that's what the other side is.
Okay. All right. Anything else we should be prepared for? We should know about with inside scoop from the squeegee himself.
I would say we're definitely gonna have merch there. I encourage anybody and everybody, if you want to bring signs and cheer for your person, like definitely do that. I genuinely say this. I'm not saying this as like the promoter, of January and because that's what I do. But I'm genuinely saying this, man. Like I feel like something big is on the horizon for this. We've been in conversations with kind of mainstream level, let's just call it companies. One of them being a betting platform that they want to get involved with all of this, and so it's pretty exciting in a way, but it's a daunting task because in some respects, man, it definitely feels like we're pioneering something that just did not exist in this industry, and there's clearly an interest here from the average Joe. And I mean, and what people see in the content nowadays, it took us. I mean, it's been 5 years of carefully crafting and trying things out, and because I always knew what made me fall in love with window tint as a 12-year-old kid that had no tinting experience and no interest in it. I knew that there was an appeal to it there, but and I've been saying this for a long time, man, that good content is everywhere. It's just about how you produce it and finding the proper angles to tell that story. And through the previous years of doing the character building and trying that out, and then coming back and doing kind of a Million Island style with the the announcing, the announcer style, which was the role that I took on. And the commentary was cool and everything for the live audience, but we weren't really doing that on the live production side. And then at the Wiz Castle, I hired someone that had television experience. They came out to the Wiz Castle and they pretty much flopped, as bad as it could have been. And I'm pretty upset about it to this day, but it is what it is. But it flopped. If you look at the live stream, it got pulled off because nobody had done it at that point to do a live stream that way. And I didn't want to do a live stream off of a phone. I was trying to go for more of an ESPN style broadcast, like a production. So the camera angles and stuff like that, we got that part down, but the camera quality that came across the internet was terrible, and I didn't like it. So coming into into January, it's kind of the coming together of everything that we have, everything that started here in Houston, taking it over to Florida, trying other things with it, establishing new competitions, kind of the head-to-head style challenges, and then now bringing it back to Houston where it all started from, but with much more experience. And we finally got the content aspect of it really nailed down, man. And we to kind of go back in March, WFR was one of the first times that we were really the roots of the content of where we really started to get it down was when I was doing my appearances with Expel at the Expel at their booth at SEMA last year, when we started to really mic up the commentary to the video. And then the style that Marco does is a style that I sort of came up with, and I started training him on that, and I've trained somebody else with it as well. But it's a very unique style to it, and it's very calculated and specific to what we're doing pretty much. And so when he started getting the camera angles down better, the commentary started to do better. We put it out online, people enjoyed it. I'm like, okay, cool. This is definitely a good twist, to produce it. From there, it evolved into when we went to WFR and we started in like really kind of taking really building on that. It just got even better. And so then at WFCT, like we crushed it out of the park. And now so kind of, but I'm like, these are all shows that they're not my shows. Like the SEMA booth for the XFL, that wasn't my show. WFR wasn't my show. WFCT was not my show. So, now that we got that part down really, really well, I know that coming into January, it's like I said, man, I feel like there's something big on the horizon. And what I'm more excited about as well, for those that are watching, if you're going to be in the audience or if you're going to be competing, just know, like, bring that energy because I will match it and more. So bring the energy. We're going to have such a great time. And that's one of the things that we're tirelessly working towards is creating that viral moment atmosphere so that people that are across the camera on the other side, man, it elevates like not only the people that we're commentating on or producing, but really an entire industry because people, oh man, I've gone through every hater comment that's probably this industry has ever gotten because of previous productions that I've done, man. I took this Tinter Battles content from the depths of people saying that this was goofy, this is a clown show, this isn't serious, this is a laughing stock of art. I went through all that shit to seeing to producing others and then them getting called meth heads and like, oh, I know another meth head down the street that can tint better than that, to then finally now having celebrities engaging and interacting, saying this is actually pretty cool. I want to see more of this. So I saw, man, from the bottoms of the negativity to when the tables have flipped, and now there's like this momentum to they want to see more. And it's been probably one of the most rewarding things because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've always been a believer that a rising tide lifts all ships. And I'm not, those people that are closest to me, I'm very partnership oriented. And so I don't like climbing a hill by myself. I don't like being at the top by myself, man. I like winning with a team. And so, and if that team is the people that show up to Tinter Battles, then that's what it means. And if that's who we're elevating, then that's who we're elevating. And so that's the part that I'm really excited about. People like Sean G or like the LUs who are going to come in, who are going to put on a performance, and we're just going to add, we create the environment, but, through our commentary and through everything that we do with the production, we're just elevating what's already there and putting the jet fuel in the rocket boosters for January, man.
I love it, man. Now
that was a rant. I don't know.
Dude, that was awesome, man. Like you had us all. Like we're just like, wow, like this is little part of what Tinter Battles you're gonna see out of Carlos, the Texas Squeegee The Mouth of the South, right? So like it's just it's only gonna be louder. It's only gonna be more hypnotized with those blazers and the moves, right? So
the catchphrases.
Hey Marco, I did want to let you know something. I don't know if you caught this, but the Texas Squeegee did start off saying that I teach Marco how to do this content at SEMA last year. So it's the son teaching the father, or like you guys got to figure that out, because between you, Eliu, and Carlos, like it's a trilogy of like who's the father, who's the son, because you both want to claim Carlos as your son, but
I know
Carlos is teaching you how to do things. So like, is the son teaching the father now? Like, what's going on there? So
I'm gonna give Marco his credit where credit is due.
Eliu, I was gonna say, listen, this is who I learned a lot of my rants from, is because I try to look at who puts out a great show and be a showman and try to endorse some of that. Carlos, actually, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, when we talked, Carlos like, you really got to bring the energy, Cash. And I tried, a couple of times. I just couldn't put out the same energy that Carlos has. There's no duplicating it, man. Like I do it differently. He does it his way. It's just like tinting any window. You can tint it multiple different ways. It's the end result is what it matters. But man, I do appreciate the hell out of your entertainment that you do, or the tintertainment that you do, because there's a lot of effort that's put into it. There's a lot. I know that you work on your speech, because when you are on a platform like this, you have to be very careful about how do you talk and what do you say and how do you play on words. So hats off to you on that, 110%, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah, like I was so I want to say, because otherwise Marco's gonna I'm gonna have to wrestle him unless I correct this. But like no, and so a while back I was giving Marco some pointers about like how to film and things like that. But he's really taking it, he's really built on that and gotten really really good at it. And it's cool, man. I would say it's really really cool because I've always like growing up. I've always admired, like kind of like I don't want to say factions with a negative connotation, but like coming up in the wrestling world, there was like the NWO and the DX, and I kind of like those sort of like groups and obviously coming from music as well. Like there's bands and there are bands like in an era where like there was a certain group of people that did really well. So I'm gonna give Marco his props. Like he's really gotten the filming aspect of it down because camera work is so important, dude. I can't tell you how many times I'll look at creators, especially in our industry, because I'm a lot more connected with those guys. But I look at creators in our industry when they're posting content, it's like, okay, you had a good plot line and a good storyline, but the camera angle is what allowed this video, or is what prevented this video from really blowing up. And I've lately been growing more and more passionate with trying to like wanting almost to take on like projects for people that want to get into content that have all the right ingredients, but just don't have the right dish, the right entree. So, but anyways, content is my passion, man. I love storytelling. Tinters definitely have factions. They definitely do, man. Oh God, they definitely do. The clicks in the Tinter world, man.
Now, I'm gonna ask you: are you gonna put up, since you're doing this as more for live view, more of a like streaming setup, more of a show setup? Are you gonna have what you call it? Are you gonna be sitting behind desk and doing commentary like ESPN, or are you gonna be the center show stomper coming in and rocking the house? Is David Carley gonna be the other party to the ongoing commentary that you guys do such a great job with? Honestly,
thanks, man. Yeah, no. I wanted to, and who knows, right? In the future, we'll see. Like, because at some point, I'm sure that it's probably going to evolve to the point where we have to be behind monitors. In the present time, I love being down in the action and like right in the face of you guys, of the competitors. And so, it's kind of funny too, because some of the content that we had put out, man, like a lot of people actually found it very amusing and I guess entertaining. The fact that there was like ESPN style sport like commentary, and the commentators are standing like 3 feet away from the competitor. So I was like, you know what? If somebody finds an entertainment value to it, like we're gonna stay that way. And Sean G Tint Man was. He told me after the last time we had put content out with him, he was just like, man, I could hear you guys. I was like, really? And he goes, oh yeah, you didn't notice I was playing into it. I was like, no, I was like, I knew you had a mean look to you, but all right, like bet next time. Now that I know that you play into it, hell yeah, this is gonna be fun. Next time you're tinting and I'm around your vicinity, we're gonna have a great time.
I couldn't hear you too. You fucked me up at WFCT because like I felt the pressure and I took a lot longer and I even dropped the damn ruler cutting because I heard you guys before. I was like fuck, and then I even heard you guys leaving like, oh fuck, he ain't got no time to do the back window. I was like fuck this, I'm gonna show these motherfuckers. I got the window on, but I heard like I could not zone you out. You guys were right there. But
dude,
like I was prepared when I went to XDC because I knew you said you were gonna pick on me. I was not prepared at WFCT that you were gonna be right there commentating, and I was like, ah, shit. Now I've got them recording and commentating on me. It threw me off. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think I ever posted it.
Huh?
I don't think I ever posted that video.
No, you didn't.
All right.
Thankfully you didn't.
Okay. No, save it for film, the event. You can open up the event.
I did a horrible job on the front window, man. Like honestly, my top edge was the only thing that was good on it. I overcut it a little bit. I struggled with putting it in, and then I did the back window under 3 minutes, which I was super proud of. I was like, shit, I got it in, I got it done. So and I was still in the top 50%. So like to me, I told Ryan, like I'm going in to be in the middle, and I'm glad that I was right in the middle, not the bottom of the barrel. So to me, it was a learning experience. You get to put up the events and stuff, and you get to be part of the events, but to be really one of the competitors and see what they go through and the whole process. I just love the feel of everything, you know, learning everything and trying to grow with that. Definitely going to go back to WFC next year and try to do a little bit better, trying to get close to that, you know, podium.
Yeah, I think they're in San Antonio is where they announced. So
yeah,
That's what it said,
San Antonio for next year.
yeah, stone throw away from me, so that'll be close. They did release dates, isn't it like late August?
Yeah, it's late August. Yep.
Dude, so I got a question, man. Catch me up on this because WFR like is for me, it's like non-existent. Ever since I got like, I'm not in a group. It literally comes up like nowhere, you know. And I try to kind of keep up as much as I can with a busy schedule, but like I literally hear zero of WFR. Are they having an event?
No, officially they're announced that they're not having an event for 26.
Okay, because like when that WFCT announced it, and I know they announced late August. I was like, isn't that when WFR is supposed to have something? So I didn't. Okay, well I guess that answered my question.
Well, yeah, I mean, originally, always struggle with putting it in. I just got a little bit right, Elio. That's all it is.
You got to add extra slip, bro. Get you some tint sauce.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I had tin sauce. As soon as I get there, I drop the damn bottle and the damn thing bust open. So I didn't even get to use the tin sauce. It was funny.
Damn.
But
So
no, talking about WFR is announced it just a couple weeks ago that they're not doing a 26 event. Actually, right after we announced that we were going to do an event, and we were very trying to be, you know, conservative about the timing, and that's why we did late May, is that we didn't want to be too close to anybody. But then, you know, Rick made the announcement, and I'm not part of the group either. I just get text messages from a whole bunch of people like, did you see this? And no, I didn't see it. Well, here you go. Here's what's happening. So just trying to stay relevant in the industry and trying to know what's going on. You know, so I kind of actually like our schedule because now we got beginning Tinter Battles, we got Film Fest in the mid, and then we got, you know, towards the end WFCT. I think it just kind of gives more, in my personal opinion, that it gives more room for people to able to attend all of them, or at least attend them easily, because now we all going to have at least 4 months in between each event. Well, 3 months for WFCT, but still decent amount for the vendors to be able to, you know, produce it. Because the other aspect a lot of people don't understand and realize is that we also have to work with the vendors. We have the sponsors, you know, like they have to plan staff, they have to plan travel, they have to plan setup, tear down, shipping, receiving. There's a lot of that goes in putting on these events. It's not simple as like, hey, let's have an event. I mean, for some people it might be, but for most people, you have to really plan out.
Yeah, especially like the more jam-packed value it is, man. It's a lot more coordination and planning and all that stuff. So
6-7, not mid. Well, we're in 5/29 to the 31st, which is like a day before 6/1 starts. So like we're right there, buddy.
I thought he was doing that 7 thing that all the kids, 6-year-old, 6-7.
My 7-year-old, bro, like he comes to me, he's like, you gotta do this with it.
So is that's kind of like saying like sort of kind of mid, you know, type. Is that basically
no real meaning? I don't know, bro. Like I've been looking into it. I've even asked my other kids, like, there's no really meaning to it. It was something in a song, and these kids, especially the younger ones, like 10 and under, they really went wild with it. And you know, the older ones kind of did a little bit, but like there's no actual meaning behind it. It's not like what's up or like, you know, hey, you know,
really?
We had all these things that always had something to it. 6-7 really doesn't mean anything.
So like, what's the context? Like, when do people use it?
It's just
whenever comes up. Yeah, a 6 and a 7, or yes. My 6-year-old does the same thing, and he's like, the funny thing is it doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
But like somebody says, "Hey man, how was your day?" And you're like, 6-7.
Like, you can't use it that way. It can't be 6-7.
Oh, South Park did it too.
You gotta say it with that. You gotta say it with that 6-7.
Yeah.
There's a tone to it. Now there's a hand gesture to it. So it's like you gotta really know it, man. And having these little kids, man, they'll teach you. Because I'm like 6'7",
man.
like you, and they're like, no, that's not how it goes. You gotta be said in a certain way. It's not just saying like "What's up." It's gonna be like "What's up." You remember the whole one, "What's up?"
Yeah.
The whole thing. That's it, right?
Yeah. So
It means we're getting old. Yep.
Gosh, that's funny. I think I know where that.
We're showing our age. We're showing our age.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, it's I get looped in with the younger TikTok tinters a lot by the OG vets, and I'm like, bro, I've probably been tinting as long as you have.
I wanted to say, like, before, like, my one buddy's in TV production, movies, and all that stuff, or whatever. And I've been talking to him, about all this stuff that we do, and I would love. I don't know if it's going to work out, if he's on a project or not, but I'd love to try to get him down there. I think he'd get a real kick out of the whole thing,
Yeah.
with the Tinter Battles and stuff.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, yeah, that'd be cool to have him out here for sure.
I made Justin's night. Look, I sound like his 6-year-old girl, man. I'll take that.
Yeah, she sounds like my 6-year-old.
It's all good. I'll take it as a compliment.
That's funny. Dude.
Anything else you want to share for Tinter Battles?
I mean, the belts.
The 1 hour, 1.5 hour mark, man. Like,
Yeah.
this always gets a little bit longer than we always plan.
Yeah, the belts are definitely officially in. We're gonna have a lot of fresh content coming out of after this Sunday. After we have our kind of a small scale regional event here at the shop. So a lot of for the people that want to understand like what the flow of a heat shrink battles is going to be like, that we're going to have a lot of content for that available. Other than that, man, like we will be releasing more teams automotive tickets. Everything else is open for registration. The Flat Glass Battles is open for registration as well. I'm trying to think at the moment. I mean, there's a lot of things that happens on the back end, especially like lately. It's been a lot of things happening on the back end, but I'll talk openly about certain things, but I don't like announcing something unless it's secured. So
yeah, it's all good, man. That's why I say share what you want to. Whatever we can share with the audience or whoever watches it even later on, can understand what they want to do. I just know that you wanted to talk a little bit about it, and there was people that have been asking about information, and it feels always good that people reach out and just like, hey, man. And one thing with us as film, we always try to incorporate the whole industry. We don't. It's not like, oh, if you go to WFCT, you can't go to the other event. No, man, go to every freaking event. It's just awesome. SEMA, Tinter Battles, WFCT, whatever. Just out there, explore and get more knowledge, get more networking, get more experience. Just get better at it. I mean, you can, really grow yourself as a whole when you do these things.
David's in the Busch Gardens.
I don't
be at the Busch Gardens.
I mean, I don't know if he's talking. I don't know what that is. I don't know what he's talking about.
That means he's in Tampa, Florida, man. He's just having a couple extra drinks. That's all that means.
So he's getting sloshed.
Yeah.
So Marco so do you know what Syracuse is? I've asked them. They've probably explained it to me and I don't get it, but they have this thing. So SU is short for Syracuse University. I have no idea what it means, but they kind of like troll each other with it for some reason. Still don't understand it, but whatever.
I don't know what it means to them. I mean, obviously, it's a pretty big college in upstate New York. They're pretty well known. They had a pretty good football program for a while. Anyway, I don't know if they still do, but.
Oh, one thing I did want to put out there. I haven't reached out to anybody. I have a few people in mind for this role, but I definitely want to get a Spanish commentator to join the team of David Carley and myself, because we've had a fan base with the Latin community, but I'm bilingual on I can speak either language, and so there's a lot of Hispanic Latin crowd that they love to see it, but they don't understand the commentary. So I want to bring somebody in that is straight Spanish commentary, and then you'll get kind of the trifecta of both languages. David Carley is a English speaker, then you have another guy who's all Spanish, and then you have me, which is teetering on both sides. It's like,
that'd be cool.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so
you want to do a commentary with all three of you, or you just want the Spanish guy commentating what you guys are saying as a commentator?
No, I would like to get.
interacting, right?
I would
Yeah.
like to get 3 of us. Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to
So,
have
like,
a 3-man
man,
three-man
you're gonna get the
commentary team.
Bad Bunny effect right here, man. Like you're trying to go into that territory. I'm just letting you know. Sorry.
Oh man, if I was gonna get canceled, I would have gotten canceled with the flamethrower on the Tesla. Oh God.
Oh man.
With 4 language, you got Cash. Oh shit. Cash, you speak
Yeah.
other languages too, don't you?
I do. I mean, you don't want my people there, bro. Like it's gonna be a price war.
Oh my God.
I bet you, like, you know how a lot of people talk about the Canadians with the pricing on it. I do my commentary; they will understand every single shit I say.
All right.
I do speak their language, so don't get me wrong on that.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I don't.
I'm always
I don't.
laughing every time somebody posts about it. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Me and Ryan were just laughing about something. I did a consultation with somebody today, and I was like, oh my God, price wars.
Yeah, price wars, price battles.
But no, that'd be cool. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see that.
Yeah,
if you're gonna put that in, that would be interesting to watch how you guys incorporate that and how you pull it off. Who did you have in mind? I mean, like I would think Papi Ilio would be a good commentator to kind of like get that Spanish.
He's a competitor though.
Competitor, yeah.
Yeah. So
Spanish very well.
there's a guy in Colombia, man. His name is Rafa. So he's been one that I've worked with in the past. In Amelia Island, he actually sent me a video, and he actually got a lot of people to watch a lot of the stuff during the Amelia Island show. So he's a person that, like, I just got to reach out to him. But he's definitely one of the ones that whenever we would have like Spanish podcasts on his show, that he'd be like, you know what, that's he's definitely got he definitely has like that personality and the voice, that type that I'm looking for that role. So and also for me personally, I like taking on creative challenges. I get bored, dude. So for me, as like on a personal level, I would love to take on the creative challenge of sort of bouncing back between 2 different languages in commentary, because like my English, I grew up speaking Spanish and I can speak pretty good Spanish, but my English is a lot better. Like my catchphrases come and they're in English, and when I try to translate them in Spanish, like I stumble a lot. So it's like, cool, got it. It's something I could sink my teeth into and get better at.
You just want to improve your Spanish, but you just want somebody else to do it for you.
No, it's I want to be able to. No, I kind of want to be able to dance with. I want a dance partner. Does that make sense?
Right.
Bro, like as a multi-language guy, I will tell you that it's freakish. Like when you listen to yourself afterwards, how you bounce back between languages. With being able to speak multiple languages, it's kind of always weird how it just naturally just happens, and then you go back for it, and you're like and with me, it's kind of like a little funny because some of the languages are crossovers as well. So it'd be funny because I have different languages, people that I talk to, and I'll be mixing those languages up all the damn time. And and when you listen afterwards, you're like, shit, I messed up here. But then you also listen to it, you're like, damn, how did I just flow between multiple languages, the way it is? Yeah. I do that with my brothers. I mean, like, when we're talking, we'll throw mostly English, but then there's always that like 10% we'll throw in our language occasionally. And we've learned not to do it a lot because it feels offensive to some customers when we speak in our own language, just because we don't want customers to feel like we're saying something bad about them. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. When we were younger, we used to do that all the fucking time. Like, we would be like, this moron is here the 3rd time and trying to price the same thing over and over, and he's just going to be a waste of our time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie. We weren't one of those. We don't do that anymore, but we definitely did that. But with my mom, when we came home, we got yelled at all the time for speaking English at home. She's like, you got to keep the mother language going. And the only way that's going to happen with you and your kids is if you guys keep it alive. And with us just speaking English, I just speak gibberish. I mean, dude, half of my shit is gibberish all the time. Doesn't matter what language it is.
I can't see it, but scroll up and like somebody left a comment that I was going to say something to a little higher.
Please speak Korean.
Yeah. Okay. So Him. Byung-yul. I may not speak your language, but I can definitely draw a couple of figures that I think you'll. I'll do my commentating on hieroglyphics. It's funny, dude, because like Byung-yul, man, he's so funny. When I made that video, like with the tutorial on the heat shrinking with the tips and stuff like that, I was quite surprised that he found it as funny as he actually did, because he was going on my other videos and he goes, I don't understand what you're saying. Could you please draw the pictures? I'm just like, come on.
Thomas could do the Korean.
Hey, you know what we're gonna need there with your commentary? We're gonna need this button.
The which one? Oh, yeah.
Translation.
Yeah. That's funny. And then fucking David, I guess David Carley's serious about it.
I'm
gonna show this, bro.
I'll let you guess it. You get 5 guesses, man, and I'll let you know if you hit it. You can private chat me what your guesses are.
Carley is serious about microwaving fucking eggs, dude. Look at it. He sent me this. What the hell? Oh my god, who the hell? Carley, you got to get a picture or video of that stuff, dude. Who the hell microwaves eggs, man? But you know what? I will say this: Les Helton, he had a great suggestion of how to do it. Actually, I'm curious now. Thomas King is available for an appearance. So what? Thomas speaks Korean?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And Thomas has that voice. Like Thomas literally has announcer voice, man. I mean, when he did that for WFR on the PPF side, dude literally had that voice. We're like, what the fuck? When the first time I heard it, I was like, who the hell has that mic? Because he's got that like announcer voice.
Yeah. But
he speaks Korean. He translates for Beyond all the time.
His announcer voice is only in the southern English, though. I don't think it's in Korean.
Worse. Been doing it for years.
Dude, that's crazy. Put mayo in the eggs and whip it in microwave. Damn. Like, all right, this is kind of turning into like I actually want to do this now. I want to try this, man. What the hell? Marco says Tinter Battles in Korea. That'd be an interesting.
Tinter Battles 2030 Korea. That's crazy,
dude. Well, you know what?
Honestly, like one of these events got to be like that. Like one of these events got to be a destination event.
I got to pitch this. I've got to pitch this one out to Kratz. Because Byung-yul is Autobahn, and I'm like, dude, that'd be great to like somehow do something over there. That'd be awesome. So Kratz,
we talked about with WFR possibly doing an event in Australia.
Oh, that'd be dope.
With Boyd Hunter. It was a very like maybe we do a certain years and we do it there, and I'm like, dude, I always love that idea about it. We even talked about with Sean G and them laughing about it. Maybe we do it on a cruise, Tinters on a cruise having a competition. How cool that would be! But that's just
man, those rumors.
The problem we ran with that. Here's the problem with that is a lot of Tinters are not going to be able to travel because of their histories.
Yeah, that was
most of them don't got passports, bro. Like, okay,
yeah, that's cooking with Tinters. Next show idea. That's
also we're talking about damn eggs, man. Like everybody's gonna start sharing their scrambled egg
recipes. Yeah, like show me
better scrambled eggs, maybe like better than damn Waffle House.
Yeah, like show me how to cook a scrambled egg without using a skillet, And then let's see how creative they get, because microwave is definitely...
honestly speaking, you know how to make the best scrambled eggs, right?
Is it on an oven?
No, like in a pan, proper way with making it fluffy. The magic trick on that is you got to put it on the heat for 30 seconds, off the heat 30 seconds, back on the heat 30 seconds as you do it, and that will give you the nice fluffy scrambled egg. Mix the cheese in there, mix some little milk in there, and then man, you get it better than the Waffle House. I guarantee you.
Bro, did you just see what Marco just wrote?
Put eggs in the blender, then cook it in the pan.
Bro, tell me you're privileged without telling me you're privileged, Marco. What the hell? See, this is why.
Probably got one of the bougie blenders too. You ever see him doing his steaks? Or how he like Cut that like this gloves off.
This is why, like, when we get the betting platform, I'm taking my odds are against Marco. This guy has been way too comfortable behind the desk. He's not the warrior he used to be. So I'm sorry, I'm voting for Ellie on this one. He's gonna beat Marco at Tinter Battles.
Martha Stewart's gonna be our spokesperson. Oh man,
That's funny.
They're really now taking that after 9 o'clock a turn, man.
Yeah. I'm kidding, Marco. Don't link my group chat. God, dog.
Oh my God,
man!
Don't mess with the chef, man. Don't mess with the chef, especially when with his culinary knives and his cutting board and stuff, man. He takes that stuff very seriously.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys got a prize a giveaway tonight.
Tonight's prize on the wheel is going to be the cookware.
And cooking lessons with Marco.
Oh my God, I have to. Can I commentate on this?
That's why I beat you with Mike.
Oh my God, dude.
All right, Marco, do we have your cooking lessons on the wheel tonight? Like,
Marco, yo, I'm serious too, Marco. Next time you're down here, dude, I'm gonna throw a mic on me and you, and I'm gonna just see what you do with the. I'm just gonna give you some ingredients, and let me see what you do with this.
all right, guys, we'll go ahead and take the names for the wheel, and I'll put the wheel up. Give me 1 second here. Name of the wheel. And...
Oh man, I thought we were saying goodnight 20 minutes ago.
Man, people want to put something up there, so why not, man? We do it for the people. So Rico already put his name up there. We'll give something away. We'll make it fun.
We doing Oakley's? No, I'm kidding. No, you guys did somebody gave it was Tint I think that was doing the Oakley giveaway.
Tinway's got an Oakley giveaway. We already did a Meta glasses. We gave away 6 Meta glasses already.
God, dog. I remember I didn't I win the first one and I paid it forward or something.
I don't remember, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, dude. It was because I was on a live with you and then yeah, I remember I won the first one. I'm like, dude, I already have one. And
oh yeah. I think that might be.
Yeah.
Meta's 1.0 or 2.0. No, we did the 1.0s. The 2.0s just came out.
Oh,
we did the Metas a couple months ago, bro. Like, I think total we gave away 6, and then we did another 2 just for some people that were doing something extra stuff. So totally, we put out 8 Metas out there.
Nice.
You know, we'll probably do something cool. Thomas can't win.
So, okay. Is Marco on there?
Shady on the wheel. Papi, I got you. Marco, we'll put Marco on there just because you said it.
Dude, so I'm gonna say one thing about Eliu. I'm actually genuinely excited to see him at the heat ring battles because he's been telling me, he's like, dude, I'm gonna kick some ass. And like I guess in previous one, like last year, he was under a different. He thought that like the first round he was gonna have to stay and literally battle every single person that entered, and I was like, no, that was not the case. So he was like, oh man, I would have actually tried. I was like, fuck, dude, I wanted to see you try because he said that he said that like I think the last round was Avery versus Ignacio, and he goes, dude, I saw their time. I would have beaten them. I was like, well, bring it to the next one. So I'm genuinely excited to see Eliu competing at the heat ring battles. All right, who do we got?
Be Young, we're gonna put you on there, but if you win, you're paying for your own shipping.
Oh man.
I mental Jetsu Helio. Don Dory, I got you, bro. Oh my god, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else in the comments? We'll give you guys 10 seconds. Put any more names, and then we'll give away 2 things today.
What are you gonna do? Like a hat and a box or something, or 2 hats?
Yeah, we'll do a hat and do I want to do a box? What else we got?
The damn beeper, dude. I can't.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're so used to it.
You don't even hear it.
You don't even know what just happened.
I didn't catch it.
It's that It's like training a dog, you know. I'm surprised he doesn't get up and do something.
Oh my god, it's the what's it? The pause. I know it was a science. I know it was an experiment scientist. I think a Pavlov or something like that. I don't remember.
See, look, Don heard it. Change the damn fire alarm, Marco. I told you, I'm not doing it until next week. Next Friday is when it's gonna get changed. You want to see the batteries? I have the batteries already out, man.
That's funny, dude.
Damn, is this soda wheel? Hell yeah, the soda wheel. We're in Atlanta, man. I gotta represent properly. Y'all gonna get used to the beat before you realize it. All right. We'll do a hat and we'll do the tint sauce bottle.
Important sauce
Bottle. So we'll do that, and let's do that. Let's do important sauce, and then we'll do a hat.
Awesome,
bro. You gotta respect the ghetto, bro. If you grew up around the ghetto, man, you can't play it down, man. Just because we don't live in the ghetto doesn't mean that you forget the ghetto, bro. Hoodwill is popular IG account.
If you ain't never been to the ghetto, don't ever go to the ghetto. Stay the fuck out of the ghetto.
Les is the man. Did I get Les on here? Oh, Les is on there. Yep. All right, cool. All right, shuffling last time. We'll do this one for the hat, guys. Whenever you say Carlos, I'll spin it.
Spinning in 3, 2, 1, spin. There we go.
And if it lands on Carlos, it's rigged. I'm just
again. Oh,
Shady baby, you got a hat. Are you still in the comments, Shady?
Host of the Dark Truth podcast.
Carlos has the picture of my sandwich. Carlos, we want to see the picture of that sandwich.
Yeah, let me show it to you real quick. So,
Shady, are you still here? You got to be in the chats to claim your prize, bro.
Damn, this is definitely a Tinter's lunch for sure.
All right, hold on. I gotta get that on the screen. Hold on, we gotta put you on the screen. What the hell does that look like?
That's the microwave egg sandwich.
He just put bacon on top of it. He hid the eggs, bro. We can't see the eggs.
Did he microwave the bacon too?
I don't know.
I mean, in my way, it doesn't look like the bacon's done that well. That's pretty medium rare.
Yeah, so the crazy part, David Carley's actually been losing weight, man. I think he's lost like 30 pounds or something.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, good for him. Yeah. That's not a bad sandwich there for sure.
All right. I don't know. Shady's in here, man. So what do? We move it on to the next one and give Shady 10 seconds. He is gone. All right. Give it 5 more seconds. Otherwise, Shady, you're gonna be gone, bro. 5, 4, 3, 2.
God, that's a slow count.
I always try to give the people, man, more chances. All right.
Let's go ahead.
Again.
3, 2, 1, spin.
How do you say that's the diet tortillas, man? That look like bread.
See,
I told you, Carlos, it's rigged, bro.
Oh shit! What did I win?
A hat. We'll send you a hat, bro. Nice. A film hat.
Hell yeah! Oh, dude, I got hats up there, man. Like, I don't know if you could see them. Like, I got hats all over up here, so that'd be cool. Add that to the collection.
All right.
One
more time. Now, this is for the important sauce, brought to you by Important Tint LA.
Important.
Richard Glenn Jackson. It was Dave's awesome beer. Take that hat and give it to me. All right. There we go for the important sauce. Who wants some important sauce? Oh, hell no. Bayang, you. Bayang, you still in here? Now you know you got to pay the shipping for that, man. He's already got his hands up.
Biango, he's paying for it.
You want to pay for that shipping, man? You can have it. We'll have Richard arrange it for you. Or you can get it shipped in if you're coming to Tinter Battles. He can probably ship it to Tinter Battles. Yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
$500 for the shipping, right?
I'll definitely.
It's probably gonna be crazy shipping like that.
Yeah.
Bayang, you still want it, or you want us to spin it again?
Who? Byung-Yo?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's going to be expensive.
Man. I don't know if the bottle's worth that much, man. He might as well just, come and get it at Tinter Battles if he's coming to Tinter Battles.
Yeah, I'll definitely hold it for him.
Yeah, there we go. We can ship it to Carlos, and Carlos can hold it. I will gather there. Okay, so he wants to get it here. Okay. All right, cool. We'll ship it to Carlos, and Carlos can give it to you when you get over here.
Hell yeah.
There we go. So
nice.
All right. Any last comments? Anything you want to close it out with?
No, man. Other than that, just thanks for having me, and for those who are still watching, thanks for hanging out there with us, and hopefully you enjoyed some Tintertainment tonight.
Hell yeah, man! This was fun. We definitely talked a lot more than we planned, but this was fun. It's always fun. I think we got to do it one more time before Tinter Battles, just to put out more information.
Hell yeah, man.
Maybe towards the end of November or something, maybe early December. So
yeah,
we'll definitely bring it. Now, are you going to SEMA as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm working with Eric on the TintWiz side of things. They're having like a whiz pong, so he brought me in as a hype man, and I gave him some suggestions about like, hey, what if we did this with the whiz pong? And he loved it. So great, we're gonna have a great time.
So is TintWiz gonna have a booth there? Because I didn't realize TintWiz had a booth.
He's there on behalf of SolarGuard. So it'll be at the SolarGuard booth area. I don't know what I'm walking into. I'm there for TintWiz. So I guess all I know is TintWiz is going to be at the SolarGuard booth area. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm like, in this situation, tell me just where to point and I'll shoot. And I'm like, perfect.
Awesome.
Not to be confused with the assassin Ryan Wilcox, but
Ryan definitely knows where to shoot, man. He definitely knows how to do it. We really appreciate you being on here tonight, man. Thank you for sharing everything about Tinter Battles. Can't wait for Tinter Battles. It's always exciting. It's always fun, and it's always learning moment as well too. Not to mention the best networking. The people that come out to Tinter Battles always know how to have fun, how to have a good time. So always look forward to it. So can't wait. Like I said, I'm gonna register myself this weekend and get those flights and get everything booked up.
Yeah, man.
I will see you in 2 weeks in SEMA, and then we'll go from there, man.
Sounds good, bro.
Being here tonight.
All right.
Cool,
Later, everybody.
Have a good night.
Good night.
See ya.